The mom in this video is putting some stuff away in her car, and this loose pit bull comes out and attacks her kid. I'll show you the clip, kind of just break down a couple different things that come with this video, kind of some things that I've dealt with the public in dealing with these situations.
A horrifying dog attack caught on camera in Texas. Shantae Wright Haywood pulling her 2-year-old son CJ from the jaws of a stray.
Like you can see, this dog is just
The
nonstop
dog keeps
on this
lunging at
kid.
the toddler, chasing the pair right up to the front door.
I just figured if I'm between them two, there's definitely a chance he can bite me, but he's not going to get a hold of my son.
Shantae able to shield CJ as the dog jumped up and snapped at him. Eventually able to hand him off to his sister waiting inside before escaping.
And that mom, man, she's like, you could just tell how laser focused she is just on that dog. And it's like, you're not getting my kid. You got him once and that was by accident. You're not going to let that happen again. And you can see that dog is just so focused. That's the other thing too, is a lot of times when the dogs get so hyper fixated on something, it's hard to break them. This goes for a lot of breeds, because a lot of people are going to be like, oh, it's a pit bull. No, this has been seen with other dogs too, other breeds, a lot of the times from doing this job for so long. So I can say it's not only a pit bull.
Herself, but the dog wouldn't let up, breaking the door off the hinges and pushing to get in.
When you go on a walk, like, you know, you don't have a dog, you're just taking your own stroll around the block, getting some exercise. I always tell people to have something the dog can bite and chew on, because all of a sudden all their energy gets focused on the fact that they actually got a hold of something. And you can kind of see it here. Once it actually has a hold of whatever that is that the dog bit, it stopped and it just focused only on that. Watch, pay attention. Whatever this is, a cup, you see the dog is just
breaking the door.
Focus, and just stop. Everything just stopped for the dog. It's just focusing on that. And that is exactly what you want as somebody that's just walking on the street, and all of a sudden you get confronted by any dog that's just running loose and is just chasing after somebody just wandering around. That's why you want to carry something with you at all times. Also, don't be running around with big old headphones like this on, or your earbuds in and you can't hear anything around you. Make sure that when you're out and about in the street, besides human beings that want to hurt you, there's animals too that are out there that might come and surprise you. So you always got to be ready.
And pushing to get in.
It's coming.
The kids are putting their body weight up against the door, and I have my foot planted on the door, like right behind the frame of the door.
The dog retrieved by the sheriff and animal control.
I feel like he may be a little traumatized. He's playing fine with his siblings, but every so often he'll kind of stop and like point at his stomach and say, "Doggy, dog."
I've seen adults have the same face that kid has, of just totally freaked out. It's just changed their whole world. I can't stand that people don't understand that there's people out there in this world that don't like dogs. When I see people just take their dogs to like the Home Depot or Lowe's or to department stores and just feel like, I want to take my dog everywhere, this is a perfect example why. Because this kid's gonna see Fluffy, because you just want to show off your dog, in the store and start freaking out. This is exactly why. You don't know the story. There's no reason for you to be taking your dogs everywhere. Dealing with this so many times that the people in this situation, like the mom here, they'll go ahead and sue legitimately for the injuries to the child, for the medical bills, for the kid being traumatized, and they got it on camera. It could have been something so simple to avoid. You also have the fact that a lot of times they go after the homeowner's insurance. Happen to be a landlord or know somebody that's a landlord and laxed on some of these rules about having dogs or whatever at your property. Now, again, I'm saying this not giving legal advice, just with my years of experience and how many law offices that I've gotten to do records requests for my reports. Pretty bad on the homeowner, and they're usually the ones that are the ones dealing with this brunt of the lawsuits, because the reality is that what has the most money in it? The individual that owned the dog, or the house that the dog was living at that wasn't secured properly and allowed the dog to get out? Property owners, landlords don't really learn about this stuff until I'm calling them to see why their dog is out and they don't live at the property, and then all of a sudden they find out that there's a huge problem there. just make sure that you are kind of checking up on that property every so often, because this is a huge liability for you. And again, not legal advice, and I don't play a lawyer on the internet. Thank you for watching this video. And you know, if this type of stuff interests you, maybe you want to watch this next video.